Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay. Okay, here we go. Welcome everyone. Let's go.
Check 1 motherfucking 2. No introduction needed. We seated as G-Lew. Back for another fucking session. So for album number 20, I'm a motherfucking legend. Been all around the world, seen a whole lot of extras. Got a lot of dead homies, seen a whole lot of stretches. Never trust police, they ain't here to protect us. All they ever did was crash, harass, and disrespect us. Shout out to the G's from Tennessee to Texas, California to Spain. I'm here to bring you this message. Never stretch or finesse it and manifest it. I stand to be corrected cause I'm a motherfucking legend. Lucky like a 7, stay smoking good like Devin. So when I die, I got a one-way flight to heaven. Shout out to my brethren who overstood the lesson and played a part of me being a motherfucking legend. Yeah, I'm a motherfucking legend.
All right, welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome. I am G-Lew. It's After Hours Live with G-Lew Show. Tonight we have a very special guest, my homegirl Latanya Ward, aka Powerful as a Motherfucker, Filthy Rich Pudding. She has nonprofits. She has healing classes. She's doing so many things. So we're gonna bring her on to the show right now. First, before we start, shout out to our sponsors, BTP Media Group, Street Level Clothing, the GLewShow.com, and shout out to our producer, DD Hairston. Right? So, all right, there we go. With that being said, let me bring in my special guest for the evening. Mr. Tanya Ward is here. Good evening. Is she there? What happened? Can't see you. Okay, there she is. What up? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's like you're Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can't hear me, huh? Okay, we got some technical difficulties we got to clear up right quick because she couldn't hear me. So, let me get this shit straight right quick. Let me see. Okay, there she is. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. I already heard you.
Oh, you already heard me? I couldn't hear you though.
Right.
Okay, we here. What's up? How you doing?
Good. I know this camera ain't the best.
Oh, it's good. I can see you good. You're good. Welcome everyone. Once again, this is Latanya Ward, aka Miss Fuck Off, aka Powerful as a Motherfucker, and all that good shit. What's going on, girl? How you been doing?
Good. How you been?
I've been okay. Been hanging in there. Let's talk about you though. First, for the people who don't know, just give the people a brief, backdrop story of yourself. Let the people know who you are for the people who don't know.
My name is Latanya. I'm the owner of Filthy Rich Banana Pudding, and I have a nonprofit called Warfall. WARFOA stands for We Are Responsible for One Another. And the main service that we offer is healing circles, and it's a continuation of the conversation we were having around the Nipsey inspired Peace March. And it's just a space for Black people to heal, learn different healing modalities, and train in conversations around a non-aggression agreement for Black gang members. And we also offer the service of workforce development, connecting people to workforce development sites, PV jobs, and different AJCCs.
That's dope right there. So how does one like get at you? Because you said a lot right there, but I caught really the last part, helping people get jobs and all these things what people need. How does one go about trying to get at you to be a part of your nonprofit, or if someone who's listening right now wants a job, wants to hook somebody up or get involved, whatever they can do, how can they get at you?
So right now they can just DM me or call me on the Filthy Rich Banana Pudding phone number. I'm the number that's on that Instagram is also, it's just my business line, and so I'm gonna have it for my nonprofit line also, because I don't have.
Can we put that in the comments, DD? Go ahead.
Yeah, I can put the number.
Okay, I was telling DD too, she could put it in there, but yeah, if you can put it in there.
It's 5620. Type it.
Yeah, you could type it in there so we could have it posted right there for the people to see.
It's 562. Yeah, but the job, the workforce development service literally just started. I just got that contract.
Okay.
And so it's getting situated. I'm in the process of hiring a street team, meaning, you know, a group of people that are actually in and of the streets. I don't fuck with nothing but black gang members. The only person that I work with that's not a black gang member is my healing circle partner, and that's just because she has a skill set of, you know, certain healing modalities that I want to give to black gang members, but she not a member. But anybody I hire, anybody I fuck with is gonna be that, a black gang member for sure.
Okay, speaking on like black. Okay, when you say gang members and just in the whole, and then you say black, how about do you just, how about? Because I was gonna ask you this later, but you know, it's kind of been stuff going on right now. So even you dealing with certain people and black gang members, how do you feel about the black and brown relations as we speak right now? You know, it's always a little tense, but right now it's been some, you know, again, some stuff going on. So as a whole, and even for you to say that you only mess with black gang members, how, you know, tell us what's that about?
Well, for me, I'm not even one of them people who say that they're unapologetically black. Like that's too much of an apology for me. Like, and it's very necessary for us to have our own spaces reserved just for black people. And I wish that more black people fully understood that, because there are, you know, certain punishments and fucked up oppressions and all of that reserved for black people. So there should be some healing spaces and, you know, things reserved for just us. And the black and brown movement, definitely think that that's a necessary thing. But anybody who really understands the circumstance and the history of African Americans or black people, period, would know that if we were to ever get in a conversation with anybody else, first we need to be together ourselves. We need spaces to do that. You know, and so yeah, I'm not interested necessarily in fully involving myself or actively engaging in it. No, I'm committed to it in the sense that I'm willing to work with my people so that we can even be something. There can even be something to talk about with somebody else. But I'm not participating in that. I'm too in love with my people right now. And me trying to include my people don't mean that I'm trying to exclude nobody else. Not that I even need to explain that.
No, and I get it, but I just ask you because, you know, sometimes it's about how we, you know, because even what you just said right now doesn't mean anything you're trying to exclude or against anything you're trying to empower your people, but it's sometimes how we say it and how we put it across. Everyone don't understand, you know, things, how you say it and how you break it down and what you mean, and they'll just take it their own way and just say, oh,
I don't give a fuck. I genuinely don't give a fuck. Like, I promise you. And I mean that from the bottom and the top of my heart. I don't give a fuck if somebody did think I was trying to exclude somebody else. That's probably just they fucking anti-blackness, you know, not having can't grasp black people having something of our own, you know. Even when we do share space with other people, brown people included, which a lot of them are the new fucking white people, if you really want to talk about it. But even when we do share spaces, I do social justice work, so it's not very much a lot of people can talk over my head about about any of these circumstances in the social justice realm, or people who are talking about anything to do with Black people, and it always shows up that anti-Black shit, that they trying to like squeeze us in ways, or it's to the benefit of them. But and they talk about silos a lot, meaning like, basically doing things on our own versus cohesively, and it's necessary. It's fucking necessary, and for this reason, that people are always trying to force the conversation, when you're talking about Blackness, always trying to include something to it, some other oppressed group or some other name to it. Oh, well, what about the trans Black people, or what about the LGBTQ Black people, or what about the Black and brown people? And it's like, bro, we so Black people are many things. I don't negate that, but we need I'm focused on Black gang members, because people of color is the undesirables. Black people is the undesirables of the undesirables.
No, but Black people, and then on top of that though, we got to get Black people right though, because part of the problem is our Black people. So like you said before, anything, and that goes to the brown too. At the end of the day, Black kill the most Black, brown kill the most brown. It's just other shit going on in between, right? So everyone has to get their own shit right, and we gotta, like you said, as Black people, gotta get it right. You know what I mean? Period. So that's a beautiful thing that you're doing, and keeping that focus and that attitude to do that. How hard since you've been doing your thing? First, tell the people how you even got started in community, cause and even where you come from, because you come from just tell the people how you want to break it down, kind of how you come from, how you got started doing the community activism that you do now with bringing Black gang members and people around your area together.
Well, I'm from Blackstones. I'm born and raised in the Biddy of Crenshaw and Adams, and I'm from the jungles. I'm from Blackstones through and through, and we have a different sort of like judge to ourselves, and a different structure. Like it's a standing on something, even in the fuckery of gang banging. So just pursuing knowledge is something that's like enforced where I come from anyway.
Right.
What I was doing with it, of course, when I was younger was different than what I'm doing with it now. But I started in probably like in 2014. I started in 2012, going and learning, just like the language of the mind and shit like that, just wanting to know, like, how we receive information. And then I began like studying Black history, and just so I can understand like the cultural competency to how Black people's brains work, and just learning about social constructs. So then I went to school for community planning and economic development in 2014. I went over at Trade Tech and did the full program, graduated, and then I started doing internships, working for different nonprofits in South LA, Project 180, Second Call, just forensic treatment facilities, that work with court mandates, and being a case manager, intensive care case manager, whole person care, all that.
That's a whole lot. How did you? Let me ask you this, Tanya. How did you even get like? Or was it someone that put the spark in your back, like got at you, talked to you? What was it for you that made you get that attitude to want to to go from gangbanging and doing your stuff? I mean, to want to make real. I mean, not only make change, but like all this shit you just named was like 100 different things you doing. Like,
so when I got out of prison in 2007, I still was kind of still be kind of thinking you could move around and get away with things, and was living my life and popping and shit. But at that point I got out, and now I'm like the big homegirl. I'm used to being the young, wild, active homegirl, but now I got a bunch of little homegirls, and they bringing people to be put on, and they bringing people to be put on, and I'm just kind of like, I don't really want to do that with nobody kids. You develop a sense of responsibility. If you got any type of coup to yourself, you want to tell them the truth. The shit don't pay. you regret a lot of shit and whatnot. So I just was basically you know, thinking
Keeping
of ways to be a better leader.
right.
And so I started taking, like I said, like self-help classes, and I began literally investing in myself in that way, spending hundreds of dollars doing some shit called Landmark. And when I went there, it was, of course, not nobody there who looked like us. But it was people from all across the globe. And it's right there in Culver City, over there by Agape. Agape Church is connected to it.
Okay.
Like 30 something years ago, it was called something else. It's where all like the motivational speakers, most of them that we know of, the people who reared them come from there. And so like the Tony Robbins and all them Lou Tice and
Right.
just people like those people. But what I noticed is that a lot of the people who were there, they were sent there by their employers. So, and they're employed like Fortune 500 companies though, but they had paid for their employees to go to this program. But in this self-help group program, it's intensive as fuck. It's a weekend long, and they keep you in there just drilling shit in your head, like damn near getting you to like a place of hypnosis. And the person who had took me there from the initial self-help group class I was in was a hypnotherapist. And so I just got into learning about the language of the mind, neuro-linguistic programming, and shit that niggas is locked out the conversation of. At least my niggas.
Right.
And I just wanted to learn all that shit and niggify it and translate it back to my people. And that's what I've been doing. And I did that in steps. And I started with my little homegirls. I started doing, instead of having gang meetings where, we'll usually be violating or putting somebody on, I was telling them we're gonna learn how to communicate without putting our fucking hands on each other. And if I, who put my hands on people the most, can get to that point, then you bitches can for sure get there. And and that's what we start doing.
Hey, but hold up, Tanya, did like, even when you say you got out of prison and you were still fucking around a little bit, but obviously, did you get like, was it someone in prison that like, who really put you on gang? Like someone had to, like, you know what I mean, get at you, or it was something that had to be sparked in you to you know what I mean, get that attitude to want to really do shit though, not just talk about it.
Well, I don't know.
Even go to school and all that.
Well, it was, my dad had a friend named Deborah Daly, and she passed away, but she introduced me to just, the power of the mind and language and shit initially. And then I took my first self-help group class with her, and then she took me to those other courses, or she went to the other courses with me. We went through the whole thing together. It's called the Forum, the advanced course in the self-expression leadership program. And she just encouraged me to stay in it. She didn't tell me what to do with it. She just exposed me to it. But in prison, it was a white lady named Marilyn Buck in the feds. And she is Assata Shakur's co-defendant, I believe. A white lady. She used to teach Pilates, and she used to walk with a limp. She got shot with a K when they was robbing one of them banks and shit. Just like an interesting motherfucker. Know a lot about us, more than most of us know. And I was getting into it with somebody one day, or just on my fight and shit, and she was like, like from you coming to Pilates, like you just seem so intelligent, and and like you could do better, and I don't like calling you fuck off. And she was like, she asked me a question. She was like, I want to ask you, like you doing all of that gang banging? And she was like, like what we did, like in the Panther Party or whatever. She was like, we stood to gain something. We stood to lose. We lost a lot, but we stood to gain something. Freedom, money to support our efforts. And she was like, but what you do with gang banging, she was like, why do you do it when you stand to gain nothing and lose everything? And I was like, damn. It just made all the sense in the world. And I just kind of like, when somebody introduces you to the truth, it's kind of hard to dismiss it.
Right. You seem like to me too, like it's just something I don't know, Tanya. That's why I keep asking you. I know I keep asking you what won't, but I just think it's something about you. You just always been sharp or something. I know it's just been something about you always, that's deeper than the surface, and that's the only reason I'm asking. So it probably wasn't nobody that did anything. It was just you, and it probably came out of you somewhere or sometime in your life. You know what I mean? Because it just seems you have that about you. Another thing I want to ask you. I don't know if I ever asked you before, but have you ever were you ever a rapper, or would you ever think about rapping back in the day? Because you already know where I'm going with that, because I know you would be hard, girl. Never? Damn.
No,
Okay.
but you
Just
know
had to
what?
ask.
I honestly, different people have. I've been blessed to be exposed to a few different things, and that's probably one of the greatest atrocities that goes on with niggas is that we are robbed of exposure and options.
Right.
You know, it ain't about nobody necessarily always holding your hand or telling you what to do, but
Yeah.
just introducing you to,
Right.
you know, an
We definitely
alternative
don't get
way of
that.
being or thinking.
Yeah. You're right there. You hit it on the head. That is just the options and like you say, just to lead me, show me the way. We can't even see past, a certain block or radius. So,
Right.
people be stuck. Talk about and another thing I want to ask you, I know with your nonprofit and all that, do you mentor? Is that one of the things you do? Mentor young ladies? Because I'm sure I know when you speak, they listen. You know what I mean? And then all the knowledge and game you have and the things you could teach them, because it's so many young ladies, I'm sure, that were just like you. Do you do that?
I mean, I will. It's not like something that's on my list of services, but I will. But more than anything, when I do fuck with anybody that I'm attempting to assist, it's not that they listen like shit. I'll be listening, and I think that helped a lot. That helped me to engage with shit. Even the young homies, I'm listening to them. I'm my main conversation is questions.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I tap in with my little homegirls and my young homies. Like, they know I love them. I don't partake of a lot of the old ways of being and hanging out like I used to. But when they see me, they know that I give a fuck about them. I be letting them know, when you don't see me, that's because I'm out trying to create and damn near invent anything that I think I could bring back to this motherfucker to help.
Right. What'd you think? Speaking on rap briefly, what do you think about your young homies coming over there making a lot of noise right now? Because it really hasn't been a voice over there like that in a minute. They got a play right now in the little rap game thing. What you think about that, and how they're doing and how they're handling it?
Who you talking about?
The Black Gorilla Stone, the young homie, the young dudes that rap from your area. They making a lot of noise. Baby Stone Gorillas. There it is. My bad. Mm-hmm. My bad.
Yeah, them the young homies.
Yeah. Shout out to them. I just wanted, know, what your take on it.
Shit, I'm happy for them.
Right.
Anything got the J area for sure.
That's right. Shout out to the young homies. Now talk about even before we get into the puddings and all that, because that's really you've been making a lot of noise with your banana puddings all over the city, like all over. But before we get there, I want to talk about this nonprofit, because I don't want to forget about that. Speak about the nonprofit again, so the people can know what it's about, and we can know what you're doing with it. And tell us the meaning of the name again, the Warfall, what that means.
Warfall is WARFOA. It stands for We Are Responsible. Yeah, Warfall. Okay. We are responsible for one another, and it's basically me beginning with offering the axle that everything my nonprofit stands for spins on is gonna be healing. And so I lead with the healing circles. We offer healing training, and now, like I said, the workforce development outlet. And But honestly, I really want to develop Warfall into like into a black social enterprise. I'm just really studying right now. I did want it to be the product to be coffee, but I want to have a for-profit with the nonprofit, something to grant opportunities to black gang members. I literally want like a black homeboy industries.
Right.
Now
That would be dope.
people say, and you see how you knew exactly what I was talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
But you asking me about black and brown unity, and
Right.
they don't say homeboys is for majority Hispanic population, but it is, and that's supposed to be if they over there.
But it's where the area is, you know.
It don't matter.
Yeah. You're right.
It don't matter. We got nonprofits and shit that are in certain areas and run by certain people from certain areas, but niggas function there because they feel welcome, even though that ain't, it could be they immediate enemy, but it's still a certain camaraderie amongst niggas that we feel safe enough, to go and see and get the services. But yeah, I mean,
so how far-fetched do you think that is? Because you said something right there. I haven't really even heard nobody say that. Everyone that's out there making moves have like a black homeboy industry, which is definitely needed. Like you said, it ain't got to be black, but that is needed. You know what I mean? There's nothing like that, and that has been successful for years. That homeboy industries, and that's needed.
What they do is tight as fuck.
Yeah,
it's bomb. And it's not that they don't help no black people. I'm just saying they getting money to help people and combat mass incarceration and recidivism rates and shit. And if they was doing it right, then it would be more niggas than Hispanics, because it's more.
So speaking on that, how does one go about that? Like, how far fetched is that? Is what I'm saying, because you could be the one to make that happen.
I'm moving as quick as I can. I'm one person. I'm building a team. My consistency is beginning to have people want to support me with funds and other resources. And as I move forward, I'll build on that. What I do need is more black gang members to tap in with me. Even if they asking me for something, I want to be able to offer the services.
So when you saying gang members, you want active gang members or just gang members, period?
I really want active gang members more so than anything, because if I'm talking about tapping in or preventing violence, why would I be talking to a motherfucker that ain't bust this gun since 2005, or the 80s or the 90s?
Right. But how? Right, I get it, but it's hard to get those active ones in there like that, right? How do you go about?
You think that they don't gotta eat and pay bills?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
It's just a matter of them. But anybody who I send my people to, I tell them, look, you gotta really understand who and what my target population is about. So if you don't got the patience for that, then and that's not like me, giving them an excuse for they fuck behavior, but it's just an understanding about the root cause of our shit, why our minds is fucked up like this, why we do the living like this and all of that. So I mean, it's gonna take patience for sure. And I try to offer more than just some physical labor jobs. On some, because black labor is real. Like, and motherfuckers really do try to make us think that, we got to be doing something that's wear and tear on our bodies. Look at all these orgs, how they, it's people getting out of prison from 20 something, 30 something, damn near 40 years sometimes. And we send them to a physical labor job. That's how we treat our elders. Like after the nigga did 1 million fucking years. Not saying it ain't even about if they committed the crime or not. Because half of us, if we went to jail for everything we ever did, we wouldn't have never got the fuck out. But I'm just saying, like, I have committed to pursuing other alternatives like PB Jobs. They have pharmacy tech, They have hospitality jobs, like they help to build the Grand Hotel downtown. So all of those jobs there, and they livable wage paying jobs. You know what I'm saying? That people can get into. The work sources they have, where they'll pay for people to go to school, secondary education. Tell them what you want to do, and they got the money. They collecting money for people with this color skin, and we not really going and receiving the services.
So you saying it's a lack of communication? So that's important. It's a lack of communication, or the information getting to the young homies, or the people in the city, or what's going on? Like what is the problem, and how can that be fixed?
I don't know, but what I do with my healing circles is I don't tell people, hey, I got a healing circle and it's over here. I go to where the target population that I want to be in a healing circle is at. I do pop-up healing circles. I'm gonna go into Lamert over there in the 40s. I'm gonna go, of course, I'm in the jungles at our park, but I'm only one person again. So once I begin to train other people with me on how to do my gut healing circles, they're called gut healing circles, GUTT healing circle, gaining unity through transformation is what gut stands for. And when I can train more people and we can have a further reach, I can have somebody in the 30s, I can have somebody over in the East Coast, I can have somebody in the Swans, and spread out like that, then that's what's necessary. You go to them.
Right. And how important, but look, even speaking on that, how you go to them, how important is it to build these relationships, or be able to communicate and go through these different neighborhoods and other factions of the city, especially being from the jungles?
Well, I don't really be going in other people's hoods like that, setting up. I think that the smartest way to do that is to employ somebody from over there.
Okay.
I mean, who is
but still, you know what I'm saying, though, just on the strength of you've been around, and that's what I'm saying. How important is that for one, or people that want to do what you do, knowing how to move around like that, you know what I mean, and build relationships with people, you know what I mean, where they're comfortable with you?
It's very important, but I mean, people know authenticity. I mean, they know when you're not, like me. I'm not. I love my area, but I'm not only committed to my area getting better. Mm-hmm. That's just where I got the most flexibility, but mm-hmm. I'm very committed, highly committed to Black gang members, period, and don't have a problem with telling nobody that I don't, I'm brave enough to tell the truth, that I give a fuck about Black people, Black gang members, and I don't have to limit that to my hood. That's too small of a box for me.
Right.
People can feel when you know what I'm saying?
Tell us, too, I know you spoke on it briefly when we started this conversation, but I want you to speak on it again, because I want people to know it. And then I want, I appreciate it too, the importance of that, because it was a beautiful thing. But you having a part of, even like you said, spreading around, having a part in the Nipsey thing, the march, and things that went on after Nipsey passed, that a lot of people didn't give you credit for. Can you speak on that briefly?
What about it?
No, just your part in it, and again, because before that I was speaking on how important it is to have relationships with people, and obviously you have good relationships with people to make things like that happen. And it was important too to the city. I mean, period. Because Nipsey, man, I had a lot of love for him. So for you to be a part of that, even, man, is a beautiful thing, man. So I just want to give credit for you for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when he died, I immediately felt the impact and felt like an urgency to be in action and utilize all those things I just fucking threw up all on you about the community planning and the mindfulness and all of those things that I had gone and learned. I immediately wanted to see what I could do in contribution of his life, so I just had the idea that the news was over there showing people, saying that people were fighting, and I want to say they even said somebody stabbed somebody at his, you know, at his candlelight,
Candlelight.
and they were showing it on the news, and I knew people who were there, and they were like, it's a lie, and baby fuck off was over there, and she was like, that was a lie, like the police was just stirring shit up and being aggressive. And so I'm like, yeah, we need to get, I see too many people on my timeline as Bloods and Crips all saying, that they feel the loss of him, and I just felt like that stood out. So I figured that it would be a good time to, have the media see Bloods and Crips on that corner,
right,
in response to his death. And we all in our hood have fuck shit like that go on, where it be homie on homie crime. So I felt like it was the perfect time, being that it wasn't no rival hood beef. And I asked AD to could he help me put that together and bring as many different hoods over there as possible. And he declined at first, but then he said yeah. And we had 2 meetings. I asked Skip, could he open the doors to over there at Chuco's, and he opened the door for us, and then he stayed, and he invited the 40s, and it was only about probably anywhere from 15 people the first day. No females, just me. And then the next day it was hundreds of people. And because we said that we wouldn't use any media, we would just do word of mouth, see how far our reach was, and it was females, and I just felt very happy that day. And then the next day was when everybody saw us on Slauson and Crenshaw.
Okay.
But
so it was a lot more people did not see and know about. That's beautiful. Shout out to AD and Skip too as well. Still doing great things in the communities. Now let's talk about Filthy Rich Pudding, because you know what I mean, to me, like, you have taken over. Now I'm seeing too, I'm starting to see, I was scrolling, I see other people got their little thing like you got too. I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? But you are the one doing your thing with the Filthy Rich Pudding all over the city. She pulls up on you, you know what I mean? Put your order in, she'll pull up on you, let you taste it. If it don't taste like what it's supposed to taste like, hey, I doubt it. Tell us about this Filthy Rich Pudding, Tanya, please.
Filthy Rich Banana Pudding is because social justice work don't always pay all that good. So I had to figure out a way to pay my motherfucking self. And that's what I did. And then once I did the march, then I just kind of funneled all the people who were following me off of that over to the banana pudding, and that kind of took off a little more. But yeah, I started the banana pudding in 2014 too, when I first started going to school for it. Mm-hmm. And in Lamert, and it was slow to get to this point. But now it's cool. It's hard for me to even keep up with the demand.
That's what I was going to ask you. How do I know it's cool when it's just cool, but once you really start popping and you are really in high demand, how do you keep that up, especially riding everywhere and pulling up on people and all this shit? How do you, I don't know, how do you do that?
Man, sometimes I get so busy. Like right now I'm super busy with the developing and cultivating my curriculum for my healing circles, because I don't want to just be a gang member that is just leading or guiding a healing circle. I and my partner literally go out and learn different healing modalities and shit. So I've been busy with that. And then I don't have a Filthy Rich Banana Pudding team. So then banana pudding stops. And I'm trying to figure out, how to have banana pudding making money minus my physical person,
Right.
So
right.
I need to figure that out. If anybody got
team,
anything,
but I know it's hard to get a good team together too.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, man. But hey, you're getting in demand now. You got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta get a storefront though, because it's too big. Yeah.
Yeah. Where if you get a storefront, what area are you trying to be in? It doesn't matter, wherever you, or are you trying to stay in your area, close to your area, just to be there or what?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I would rather be in my area. It's not only because it's my area, but because it's a good area. It's prime real estate as far as
Right.
business goes, food
Right.
business, and it's where the base of my support system is. And yeah, I would rather be on the west side of LA, Crenshaw area.
Hey, Tanya, let me ask you this. Speaking on areas and where people live and all of this, how important, like you said, real estate, how important is it, like, what do you think about right now where things have gone to, like where gentrification and it's a lot of changes and it's changing every day. How important is it to, like, say even your area, it's always been, pretty, how important is it to keep that, the little bit you got left, or what do you see the future going far as that around the city in different parts of the city where it's really being gentrified a lot? You got the
Um,
train and all that coming down
when
Crenshaw.
when I when I see what's going on, or when I think of gentrification, I just really been like thinking more so like you asking me all them questions, or asking me the questions earlier. Um, just even about black and brown unity and whatnot. I really don't be focused on fighting no more, or like doing anything that resembles fighting. I really be thinking about creating. So when I look at gentrification, all I'm thinking is what can I offer the situation, um, the circumstances that the black people in my area are in, and all I can think of is to offer the healing circles, because that's what I was getting at earlier when I was talking about while I was at Landmark, that world renowned self-help group shit that those Fortune 500 companies paid for their employees to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Fortune of a business period, but especially a Fortune 500 company or a big name company, is not going to do shit outside of making itself some money. So for them to spend money on those people to go to that self-help group shit, and all they talking about is personal shit. Oh, how did you feel and getting over this and that and all of that shit? That tells me that for somebody to deal with a personal, that makes them a better employee. So that's why I would tell Nipsey, like, personal development is economic development.
Right.
You develop the person, and it's no limit to what they could do. So when I mention offering healing, in regards to gentrification, I'm offering healing because I want my people to believe in themselves. That sounds corny, and that's the very, base, simple explanation for it. But then I believe we could ride the wave of gentrification. We won't
Right.
be easy to displace, because we'll have in our minds that we are a cause in our motherfucking lives, and not be so moved all around. And you know what I'm saying? We'll be financially stable and otherwise,
Right. Right.
emotionally, mentally, and but it start with, you know, just self esteem and self actualization and self efficacy and shit like that.
Says self-efficacy. Okay, so let me, because now I was gonna get to the healing, to your healing classes and what that's about. I just want to go into the filthy rich pudding and how all that got started and all that. But that's going on now. Before we go to this healing thing, tell the people, or Didi, if you could put it in the comments, where they can go to hit you up for the pudding.
And I didn't even know you knew her. You know what? She been supporting Filthy Rich Banana Pudding for a long time,
Yeah.
and a lot of times. And
Yeah,
she's
you
so
ain't know I
sweet.
knew her. That's my people. What
I
you
didn't
mean?
know.
Okay. Yeah, we all family. Okay, so yeah, I want that to put that, how they can get at you for the filthy rich pudding. If you want the best banana pudding in the city,
You said
that's
you
her
want me to
right
put
there.
it in
Put it in
there?
the comments, yeah, the
Okay.
link, and she'll pull up on you. I think Didi put it there. Let me see if I can pin that. I'll pin that. Let me see if I can. Yeah. But that's your Instagram. I pinned your
Mhm.
Instagram. Yeah, I pinned it up there. So it's
And
up there
then
right there at the top.
let me put oh wait, this is the private chat.
The
I
private.
need to put
Oh
I
yeah,
put
you put it in the prior. I see. I got 2 messages.
right.
Yeah, you put it in the regular comments.
Yeah, let me okay, I put it in the comments.
Let me see.
Why is it
What? It's not going in there?
how come it won't let me write in the comments?
I don't know. You should be able to.
I don't know why. Yeah, it ain't letting me.
I don't know. Banana pudding. She put the website up there too. I don't know.
No, tell her to put filthyrichbananapudding.com. I can't. It won't let me do it
She put Long Beach. Okay. DD dropped the link.
because that's the connected link from Google.
Oh, okay. So what is it? What is it?
Filthyrichbananapudding.com.
Okay.
Diddy, what you talking about? Night Love Machine? What?
Oh, Love Machine. That was a dude up. He was up in here.
Oh.
Yeah. No. That's they talking in the comments.
Oh,
Banana
that's the link.
with 2 ends.
It has 2 ends in banana, but not together.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Can you put the Instagram tag? I don't know why it won't let me.
I got the Instagram pin. I got it pinned up there right now. They can look at it. What?
I know, but versus the pin, can you just put at Filthy Rich Banana Pudding up there so that people can? Because some people will just
okay.
Put it in their phone.
Okay. But I'm putting the filthyrichbananapudding.com, right? Filthyrichbananapudding.com.
Yes.
Okay. I'll put that right there. Filthy Rich.
These little Love Machine. These people got some names, don't they?
Love Machine. Okay. I got the. Okay. So you want me to take that out right there and put what?
You don't got to take nothing out.
Just put at. Wait.
At Filthy Rich Banana Pudding.
I don't know. I can't. Let me see.
What? FILTHYRICHBANANAPUDDING.
That's what I put. BANANA, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's funny.
FilthyRichBananaPudding.com. But you wanted to say at? I don't know. I put Filthy Rich Banana.
For when
it's
they
up there. I put it there. FilthyRichBananaPudding.com is the website, man. And okay. So now we're just gonna talk. We're gonna go talk about the healing classes. How does one get enrolled in the healing classes or to meet whatever the whole get down?
There's no enrollment. Literally, you can just show up and come. I have not. We have not picked the new times, but I know they'll be on Wednesdays and Sundays. Wednesdays at Jim Gilliam Park in the Jungles, and Sundays in Lamert Park, over behind Community Build, the nonprofit over there, in between Community Build and Soul Folks.
How does one feel comfortable, like you just said, you know, the park over there by your area? Like, how does one feel comfortable, like, to say, okay, you know what I mean?
So what they can do is contact me on Instagram at Gut Healing Circle. GUTTHEALINGCIRCLE, and they can DM me because I know of healing circles that happen in different places. Because I'm a part of a collective called South LA Healing Circles also, and they have healing circles in other areas. But the two that I have to offer my one fucking person is in the set and over there in Lamert in the 40s. So if you're not comfortable at either one of them places, then that just means you won't be coming to my healing circle. Now,
So you can't make them feel comfortable. How about they ask you like how you know can
I don't do that. I'm not that. I'm not no gang interventionist or what people be thinking I am. I don't bring.
But you doing the healing classes, you gotta have the people feeling. You gotta make the people feel comfortable.
I don't bring people to my sets that, you know. I mean, I still.
Right.
I'm not oblivious to gang rules. I'm not fucking retarded. You know, it's not good to do that. I watch a lot of people trying to force it, and this ain't that. I'm on some non-aggression agreement shit. If a motherfucker ain't fucking with you, don't fuck with them. But I don't suggest that anybody be dipping in and out and all that in other people's hoods, or when they do become friends with people from quote unquote enemy hoods. I don't suggest that they go over there and be drinking and smoking, and it just, you hang with them motherfuckers who you cool with. I don't think that it's smart to be doing all the extras, but I definitely wouldn't be telling people who ain't comfortable to come in the jungles. That's why we need to be providing circles in other people's area until we get our mind to the point that we really own some coexisting.
Right.
You know?
Right. That's powerful right there. That's real. How does one keep the balance, like even you, between doing all the things you do but still being a part of your area, active in that area, active in the sense to where you're visible and you still move around over there, but keep a balance opposed to like you just said, knowing how to avoid the bullshit, or staying away from that, or still being mixed up with it because it's still out there. You know what I mean? When you're trying to do what you do, how do you keep that? How do you keep the balance between the two of doing all the positive works you do, but still being a part of the your area? You know what I mean? And being active over there and in touch with everything.
Well, I don't spend. I'm a full grown adult. And then on top of that, I'm calling myself being in some sense responsible to leading, some resources back to Black gang areas. So I don't have a lot of time to be necessarily hanging out in my hood or doing, all of that. But I think that again, like the homies know that it's genuity when it comes to me. Like, I'm really from my area. I'm not game goofy or gonna have, no weird shit going on. Like, I know that everybody don't subscribe to what it is that I'm on. I wouldn't put nobody in no fucked up position just to feed my she-go about, oh, you come over here with me. Like, that's fucking dumb. But I keep the balance by just staying true to myself. I put what I can into my for-profit business. That's important, just for people to see me doing that and lead by example. That's giving people something that they need to know that they can do it. And then I try to balance it out with pouring into my efforts of the Healing Circle services. And then when I can, I try to develop the other services of my nonprofit. And and then I try to make time for podcasts. I mean, I just true to myself, whatever I think is a good move for the whole of what I'm trying to do.
Right. Tell us about too, like I've seen over the years, like it's crazy though, because whenever I talk to you, it's like you're the same person. But it seems to me like you've grown so much, like in a lot of different areas, and been doing a lot. And I was seeing you just happy a lot lately too, even traveling a lot and all that. Like tell us a little bit about that. Like tell us a little bit about that part. You you being happy part, you know, because it looked like you've been pretty happy lately.
You
I mean,
said
I ain't gonna get. I mean, I'm just. Hey, I'm going by what I saw. That's all. I ain't, you
no,
know.
yeah,
So
I am. I'm happy. I'm at peace. I mean, always we think about how things can be better. That just keep us growing. Anything ain't growing is dead. I mean,
right,
but overall, yes, I'm happy. I don't have a lot of time to do leisure shit. That's probably why it stand out to people when they do
right,
see me on a vacation, because I don't get to do a lot personally or even leisure wise, just locally a
right.
lot, because I'm constantly working. Um yeah, but I mean, yeah, I'm definitely happy.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's all that matters. Cause it seemed like you were happy lately. I said, you know, I just never seen you like that. Cause you know, yeah, to see like that right there. I ain't never
You
see that.
happy?
I'm okay.
Oh, you okay?
I'm okay.
So what you was doing, living vicariously through me?
Yeah,
You
that
seeing me
part.
happy, you was like,
Yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah,
there
yeah.
go happiness over
There go
there.
happiness. You know what I
It's
mean?
closer. If I see it,
Yeah,
it's closer to me.
that part. That part. That part.
Hmm.
So, tell us more about this because I want to know more about this. The healing classes, like what is it about? Like, really, is it? I'm thinking when I think
Oh,
of it,
it's
I'm thinking like some meditation or be like what is it really about?
so
And how would
we
it help someone like me?
so basically there are a few things that are constants, what I call constants, things that we do every healing circle. Like every healing circle, we check in. It's just literally a dialogue and a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely we like I said, check in. We check in about our stress level on a scale from 1 to 10, just something as simple as that. We do share outs. We break into breakout groups. We do hella team building
Hold
activities.
up. How do you check when you say you check a stress level like meter 1 to 10? How do you do that, and how do you know if someone is 1 to 10 or
So
how do
first
you?
of all, we get in the form of a circle because it's symbolic of completion, and it's a thing that we do to represent wholeness where we come from, Africa. So we do a lot of African um practices.
Mm-hmm.
And we pour libations. You know how gang members pour out some liquor for the dead homies and
Right.
whatnot. Like we pour water for the ancestors, and I mean, the dead homies are the ancestors. Anybody who go before you, it's part of the ancestry. And
Right.
we yeah, we pour libations every circle. We when we tap in, we ask people around in a circle to say they name one word to describe how they feel and they stress level on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. And then we do guided meditation. We play music that's culturally competent to us. We might play Nipsey, we might play a oldie, Frankie Beverly and Mays, whatever set the mood. And then my facilitating partner, she'll speak over it, guiding them through meditation and breathing techniques. That's her specialty. And then I'll cut in and I'll introduce like the topic, and it might be how our stress is political as Black people, and we talk about a little bit of historical context of things that cause our stresses that are even of today, and how our personal stressors a lot of times are tied to systemic um oppressions and politics. And we just go into it and we ask certain questions about subtopics, and we break them into breakout groups so they can really get it all out. And then the breakout groups come back to the larger group and share out, and we might do a healing a team building activity too, where we go over like our core values and matching them with our goals, and or we do just things a lot of times where we appreciate each other a lot. We got this one thing where we have like a ball of yarn, and we literally just like we'll hold the end of the yarn, and then I'll throw it to you and be like, "Blood, like I really appreciate that.
Right.
You really pushed yourself. I could see you didn't really want to go there, but then you told us about what was ailing you, and that you scared being fresh out. You got to start all the way over. You ain't got but two pair of draw, whatever the fuck you was brave enough to talk about, and then you will catch the ball and then you will grab the end and you will throw it. And as we keep throwing it around in appreciation, it turned into like a web to show us like how the fuck we really connected. And you know,
Do you
just
see people leave from these different healing events you have healed or different than what they were, like they really got something from it?
we have pre and post tests. When they first come in, they fill out a form talking about how they feel, and
Mhm.
then when they leave, it's the pre-test when they first come and the post-test when they leave. And yes,
Oh, that's
it's
dope.
I've never not seen it better when they
That's
leave.
dope. That's dope. That's dope as hell. Let me see. Let's see. Um,
One of my favorite things we do is we do something called anchoring,
mhm,
and that's where we usually do it right here, like on our hand,
mhm.
something that's subtle that you can get to without people being in your business or noticing. But we really tap into just feeling joy. That's a big thing for good healing circles, or me and my partner, we talk about how it ain't enough joy for niggas. And oddly enough, like until I had went to the Virgin Islands that first time, I didn't know that it was joy in the world for me until I was in that water. And seriously, and so we really promote like just the emotion of joy, and reminding ourselves that we can attain it. So we tap into like a time that we felt overjoyed or happy, or and I show people how to anchor that feeling into right here, so that later, this how crazy and all connected the mind and the body and all of that is, that even if you in a situation where you're uncomfortable or getting upset, you can literally squeeze right here, and that feeling is anchored there, and it'll calm you. So we do shit like that. We do timeline therapy, where I show motherfucker how to go up over they life timeline, and we do all type of shit.
That's dope. That's dope. With the healing thing, like do you see more like that attend the event more like females, or is it you have some males there too that come? Is it mixed, or it seems like it would be more of a female thing? But do you have males that come?
Yeah, it smells that come. We
Okay.
had four male. I had four homies at my last healing circle on we did the day of compassion with the G homie, Big
Hmm.
Tone, and he hosts the Global Day of Compassion
Hmm.
on July the 31st, and the healing circle there, it had four homies, but five men total.
Right.
And
Okay.
yeah, but it's usually mostly women.
Right. That's what I get from it. That is probably mostly women. Uh, that's
Why
dope.
you think that is?
I don't know. That's just what I got from it, because that just seems like a more of a woman type thing. Like,
I know why. What's
I don't
more
know. I
womanly
don't.
about it?
Not. I don't know. It just seems like that's what it is. Unless you have something in there, because it don't seem like it's something for the man, more so the women, that you could come and heal and whatever, all that stuff you said. For the women, but for the men, it has to be something like you said. The homie Big Tone was there, so it has to be something that the man. Cause see, what happens with the man. It's hard for the man to be vulnerable. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? I'm sure you know that. So
I just
for a
was
man,
waiting for you to say that, but I do
okay,
think that it should be a man leading
yeah,
a healing circle. Oh, so I just hired the homie Infant Pharaoh, and
okay.
he gonna do his version of that. They ain't necessarily gonna have to sit Indian style in no motherfucking circle, but just
You feel
him
me?
going to and engaging with the homies wherever they hanging at, and having thought provoking conversation.
Right, right. Exactly. That's what I mean. Because it's just hard for a man to just get in a vulnerable state and just let their mind be free when they thinking about too much shit. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be in a way they could digest it. So that's great. Um, Again, I talked about traveling, just you being happy. Um, that's a great thing. Do you see yourself? I mean, it is like I was like, wow, because I didn't see you like happy like that before. So it just looked really different. You know what I mean? It looked good on you. You were happy. You know what I mean? So, do you see yourself doing more of that? Does that make you happy, or do you just when you get
Or what?
time traveling and yeah, things like that, vacations? Will you let your hair down a little bit?
Shit, I hope so. I just told somebody the other day I'm finna just hop on the plane, and I haven't been eating meat, but I know, yeah, R.I.P. to the people who died on Slauson and La Brea, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, I was telling somebody I'm finna just hop on a plane and go to Philly just to get a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, just to get a break and just to
Who in Philly? Let me find
compress.
out. Who over there in Philly? I'm just talking shit. Go ahead.
No, who got a motherfucking commercial kitchen? That's what.
Uh-oh.
I can rent. That's what you. Where y'all at?
Commercial kitchen. Tap in. Tap in.
Have you ever been out? Do you travel?
I travel a little bit. I haven't been to the Virgin Islands. That's where you said the Virgin Islands. And it's crazy because I had a homeboy, a couple homeboys from the Virgin Islands. That's St. Thomas and all those islands, right? St. Croix and whatever else. Yeah. Yeah.
St. John.
St. John's. And that's actually still, that's considered U.S.
It's U.S.
Right.
territory.
Right, exactly. Okay, so you gotta have a passport. But I've been a few places. I haven't been there though. But you know, I've been a few places, Hawaii and
U.S.
Puerto
territory.
Rico. Yeah.
All those U.S. territory.
U.S. Yeah, that part. I ain't really been nowhere else. But I would love to, you know. But I guess it'll happen when it happens. Or maybe I need to be inspired to do so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What made you go to the Virgin Islands? What was it about that?
Because my sister is a flight attendant and I'm on her flight benefits, and that's where one of the places that her airline go to.
Okay, that part. That part. Like, nigga, that's what it is. Did you enjoy it though? What was it like, you know?
It was just, yeah, it was. I went twice.
Yeah.
And
it was look like, because I seen you doing stuff too where you were like doing different shit, like I guess you guys were going on like tourist shit and all that. You were on the boat like doing some crazy shit, like it, like you had a lot of fun, you know what I mean? I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
For real.
You are funny as fuck.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I really did though. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I enjoy.
You enjoyed it too?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just being real. I enjoyed it. But go ahead, tell me about it, please.
I just we was mingling with the locals. I had met people the first time I went there, and so when I went back the second time, I knew the guy who owned the boat and the guys who owned the jet skis, and we just the motherfucker ain't but this big, so it ain't a lot to do, but do shit on the beach, really.
Right.
And
were the people good over there? But like the people, did you meet a lot of good people over there?
Yeah. It was cool. I think it's more so about the people you go with. Right. Than anything.
Look like y'all was deep too. Like you had your homegirls with you. It looked like y'all had fun though, for real.
Right. Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. And then your second trip, I don't know. I think that was the second trip. It was a little different, you know, like you had a little bit more fun. So, you know, I don't know. I'm just going off what I saw. You know, I'm just.
What trip are you talking about?
I don't know if that was the second trip or the third trip. It was one of those trips. You know, it wasn't the first one. But you
went to Mexico.
I don't know where you. Okay, so that was Mexico.
When I was on like
well, you was having some different type of fun. Yeah. So it changed up a little bit. So tell us about that. Was that fun? And you know, were you happy?
Yeah, I was happy.
Like you were happy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was actually a cruise though.
Okay.
And then we just got to get off the ship for like 3 days.
Oh, and got to move around and go around the places you were at. How was that?
I didn't really like the cruise. It's too white.
Oh.
It's too Caucasian for me.
Right. So you
Yeah.
just stayed in the cut, like in your little room or something?
No, we was out, but it's just it was bland. It was white, and it was all the goings ons on the ship are really
Mhm.
white and just not culturally relevant
Right.
to me. So
Right.
I didn't enjoy that. But again, I think it's more about the company that you go
Cause
with.
that's what I mean. That's that time you had company. And it looked like you have, regardless of how white it was and all that, it looked like you had fun though. Like you were, So
Yes, I did
is it safe
enjoy
to say?
myself.
Okay, okay, safe to say she had fun,
Yeah.
enjoyed herself, and you were happy. You look happy though. That was the most important thing. You look really happy. I
Mhm.
was glad to see you happy.
Thanks.
Yeah. So moving forward, moving forward.
What he say? Philly is the truth, but he love LA. He from Philly?
Who? I missed that.
DJ.
Oh, yeah, DJ Maniac from Philly. Yeah, yeah, he from Philly. That's my producer, my DJ. He from Philly, definitely.
Yeah.
I didn't read what he said though. What he say? Philly is the truth, but I love LA. Yeah, he does love LA though. He does. And shout out to Philly. Shout out to DJ Maniac. Yep. So now what we got going on, because see, we got out of the pandemic and all that, but now it's like new stuff going on and all that. What how are you moving right now, and what's going on for the future right now for Filthy Rich Banana Pudding, Warfall. How do I say it?
Warfall.
Warfall. And everything you're a busy lady. You have multiple things going on. What's going on for the future for all of these things you have going on, Miss Ward?
I need rest.
You need rest.
I'm just trying to get. Like I said, I'm looking into getting a location for Filthy Rich Banana Pudding.
Mm-hmm.
Either a storefront or a ghost kitchen.
Okay. And then it's gonna be on and popping. So just stay tapped in.
For right now, I do pop-ups, so you can look on my Instagram and I'll post when and where I'll be. I usually try to set up my tent every weekend, either I have multiple locations, either La Brea and Obama, Crenshaw and 28th Street, Cherry Beach and Long Beach, or a spot in downtown LA, Fig at 7. Different locations. You just have to. I'll post, either the intersection or the actual address of where my tent will be and what day and what time.
Do you have certain places, certain spots that you like to go more, or you just move?
Mostly La Brea and Obama and Crenshaw and 28, but I think
just
I'm
because
about
that's
to.
close to you.
I mean, just as that's my area and that's where the bulk of like the base, my largest support
Right.
base is. Mm-hmm.
Right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Filthy Rich Banana Pudding. Again, tell the people. I don't know if there's anything else we missed, but tell the people again. Is it all one thing? Like, because you have multiple, things going on with, from the nonprofit to the healing to the pudding, and do they get at you at one? Do you separate how people want to contact you and get at you for different, maybe different things they want to get at you about?
If they want to place an order for Filthy Rich Banana Pudding, they have to call the number that's on the Instagram for Filthy Rich Banana Pudding, which is 562-578-7276. And if they want to inquire about the gut healing circles, then they would go to the Instagram for Gut Healing Circles, which is GUTTHEALINGCIRCLE. And for the Warfall, the job services, then they can also call 562-578-7276 or DM me on Instagram at Warfall, WARFOA.
That part. We have the Filthy Rich Pudding thing pinned in the comments. DD just put the Instagram and
Is there a way to donate to my cause? Yes. I'm actually gonna launch my nonprofit website, which is warfall.org in the next about 2 weeks. And yeah, they can donate to there, or they can contact me on Instagram, my personal page at powerful as a motherfucker.
You got like
Powerful.
a cash app? They could just
Yeah. My cash app is $FRBP. It's the FRBP stands for Filthy Rich Banana Pudding.
okay. Put
$.
that in the comments, DD, please. Excellent. Yeah. So you know they could just go right to her cash app, FB Filthy, whatever the initials are for Filthy Rich. Shit. I had a few drinks. Whatever that shit is, the initials for Filthy Rich Pudding. That's what her cash app is. Right?
Or they can Zelle me at that phone number 562-578.
Put that phone number in the comment, Tanya, please. Or Didi.
I put it in there.
Oh, you did? Okay.
It won't let me write in the It won't let me write in the comments.
Well, tell Didi. Didi, put that phone number in there if you have it. What is it again?
562. 578. 7276.
There it is. And that's where you can contact her to put your order in, or you can go through Zelle. If you want to send money through Zelle, you can use that number right there as well to get at her. Yep. So what do we got coming up next? You said just a pop up. You'll let them know. That's it. Do you do those mainly in certain days, the weekends, or just whenever you say I'm popping up?
Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and if I have anything left over, then I'll do deliveries, which is usually Mondays and Tuesdays.
Do you feel? Do you see like different times that it's better to like? Cause see, like right now, football season is about to come in. Is it good like when football season's in, or different seasons, or it don't really matter when you see the most activity?
The shit is always overwhelming for me.
Okay.
But honestly, I think I am about to start taking pre-orders only, and I'm gonna be posting and promoting like a certain platform that I take pre-orders, and then they'll have days that they just come meet me to pick those orders up.
Okay, that's dope. Okay. Well, I know I'm not gonna hold you because I know you're tired and you want to get some rest. You know, I thank you for even coming on here and hanging out with me, and telling us what you have going on, past, present, future, happiness, because everyone wants to be happy. So I'm glad you could share some happiness with us as well. You know what I mean? And all your great things going on. We have all the links right there in the comments. So people, any link you need for her, it's right there. And there's the number too as well. Get at her right there at that number if you want. Filthy Rich Banana Pudding. Best pudding in the city.
Thank you, Didi, for posting all that for me, because it won't let me write.
Yeah, shout out to Didi, our producer. So anything else you want to let them know? Or what else we need to let them know, Tanya?
Nothing. I appreciate you though for inviting me.
It's always a pleasure. You like family, so anytime and anything you got going on, I want come over here and hang out with us and let us know, please. I want to keep the people tapped in.
You gotta come to the healing circle.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Let me know. Okay, I'm gonna get at you. I want to be healed. I need that in my life. Seriously, man, I really do. I really do. For real. Thank you, Tanya. It's always a pleasure. I'm gonna be in contact. Okay.
Thank all y'all. I don't know how to what I do. Go out.
You okay? You okay? Okay. You ain't gotta go nowhere though. But have a good night. That's Tanya Ward right there. Powerful as a motherfucker. That's her IG. Get at her. Powerful as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? And there it is. It's G-Lew Show. After Hours Live. Tune in to DD. They'll have conversations in the hookah lounge tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Pacific. Tap in, and then we'll be back on Sunday for Oldies Rule Forever. Everyone have a great weekend. Much love, peace, and happiness. Tanya, peace. Good night.
Thank you.
All right. Peace, y'all. We out.